Hello, everyone. Uh, this is Joe Saz. Welcome to another episode of Volatile Trading. We're in the Bitcoin Lounge right now, and I'm just figuring out how to use OBS. So definitely bear with me, guys. But I got comments here. I got everything running smooth, it looks like. So you guys have anything you want to discuss, please do not hesitate. Hopefully the stream quality is pretty high too. I think I did that all right. Let me check it out.
In this video, we're going over how to use AI to create these amazing videos.
And I hope you can hear me. If anyone's in here, just let me know if you can hear me. Two. Alright, well, looks like did that all right. I can hear myself. Check it out. Sounds like there's a lot of fuzz in the background.
In this video, we're going over how to use AI to create these amazing videos.
Oh, you guys can hear everything on my computer. If anyone's in here, just let me know if you can hear me. How do I fix that? Two. Alright, well, looks like that all right. I can hear myself. Check it out. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that. Audio good, thanks Ryan. Yeah, it looks like it is pulling all the audio from my computer, so I need to figure out how to make it so it doesn't do that. I got the display thing working. Let's figure out how to... Let's see if that did anything. So I need to figure out how to make it so it doesn't do that. Display thing working. Let's figure out how to... Let's see if that did anything. Nope, don't think it did anything. Audio input capture, desktop audio is down. Man, it must be picking up. Dude, this is wild. I don't know where it's getting the audio from. Alright, well. How will I figure this out? Alright, so this should be working. I got the sound up. um, yeah, I have a lot to learn about this stuff, but I'll figure more of this out as time goes on. Well, we have our steady climb. I think I streamed a little while back. Yeah, this is a 30-minute chart. So we're still looking good. We're on the 5-minute now. And I can't figure out how to make my camera work right now. But hey, OBS is working. And the quality is looking actually really good. Excellent. If you guys have any questions, always remember to ask. Dual band confluence, no signals. That's what's concerning to me right now. Alright. I must have checked something that like lets you hear everything on my desktop. Global audio devices. Alright. Maybe that was it. Let's try to run this back. Alright, let's see if this sound, the audio starts to clear up here pretty soon. Hopefully this is the start of something good here. Maybe that was it. Let's try to run this back. Alright, let's see if this sound, the audio starts to clear up here pretty soon. Hopefully this is the start of something good here. No, I'm still hearing my own sounds. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out some more settings here. Alright, but at least the stream's working and you guys can hear me. Um, what do you guys got for me? Anything new? Ryan, what's up, man? Let's talk about the fights if you're around. It's pretty tight, man. I was very, very happy to see Sean Strickland win, and not only that, he made Israel Adesanya look absolutely terrible. It was pretty, pretty crazy. I don't know, man. That was an amazing display of skill. Always love the fights, man, but that was fantastic. Okay. Now, let's see here. How do I add my camera? Yo, what's up, Sean? Yo, I feel like I've seen that name before. Been a while. But good day to you, my friend. Hope life is nice out there in Japan. Okay, this looks good. Nice, man. Sean, what's up, dude? Alright, we're gonna switch this to display capture. Let's see if that changed anything. Yeah, dude, Sean Strickland came out there and just put the pressure on. It was really, really great to see that. I was blown away. Um, who would have guessed, man? Who would have guessed? Uh, yeah, I'm also working on settings while I do this. This is like my first stream trying to figure all this out, but we'll get this done. Oh, yeah, that's what we want. Okay. Okay, window capture. That should be capturing just the window. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, we got that. We got that. Um, Heartbreaking for you Kiwis. Yeah, this is the thing though, man. I feel like, all right, be honest with me. Um, all right, be honest with me, Sean. We're talking Israel Adesanya. Good stuff. Good fighter, no doubt about it. But dude was getting a little cringe, and he was out there in Australia bragging about being Chinaman. He freaking said for China. You know, um, I thought that was a little funky. I thought that was a little fun. I feel like Israel Adesanya is one of those people that let things get to his head, and it's okay to be confident and to be a little wild. But Israel Adesanya has been getting a little too wild, man. He was wearing a dog collar for his last fight. He was wearing, red shorts, not even championship colors. Dude was dude was not in it. He just wasn't in it. I just feel like he's let it all get to him, and we kind of saw the pride cometh before the fall situation, and I feel like there's nowhere better than fighting where you see that phrase from the Bible, um, where you see the pride cometh before the fall concept. I feel like you don't get that more anywhere else than well, maybe you do, but you get that a lot in MMA. You get that a lot in the UFC, man, a lot. So I was kind of thrown back. I do like Israel Adesanya. I think he is at his core a good man. He's gone up against Monster, which is I think a very good thing to do. Monster's pretty terrible for you, and some people say it represents the Hebrew um, numbers 666. It could be the beast. The number of the beast, right? And Israel Adesanya is pretty loudly against that. And so there's a lot of things about Adesanya that I do like and do think make him a good man and a respectable man. But I was really, really confused about him, man. I think pride comes before the fall, and we just witnessed that in real time. But overall, I do like Adesanya. I think there was a couple boring fights that he had, and that's going to happen to every champ. It is the challenger's job to come in and really put on a good show. So I mostly like what Izzy did. I mostly like what he did with his career, and I don't think it's over. I also don't think he's next in line for the title shot. Again, I don't think he should get an immediate rematch. I think Adesanya should be sitting one or two out because um, I think Dricus has a good shot of being up next, and Khamzat Chimaev should have been champion probably 2 years ago. He he probably could have walked straight into the UFC and become a champion that day. So I'm a little confused why the UFC has been so mean to Khamzat. I disagree with that whole system. They- And you guys, I feel like you can hear like absolutely everything. I need to figure out how to muffle this audio. Let's see if I can do a couple things here. Audio filters. Okay, nothing there. Okay, nothing there. Let's try the filters thing again. Um, let's see if that does something. I'm gonna turn this back on. There's so much fuzziness in the background. Testing, 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 testing. See if that did something. Oh yeah, it definitely did. I'm gonna turn this back on. There's so much fuzziness in the background. Alright, so we got that figured out. Audio quality is a little better now. Testing, 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 testing. And you can't hear the repeats of whatever I'm saying. There's no. Oh yeah, definitely did. This is good. Alright, so we got that figured out. So how is the mic able to hear inside my headphones? Yeah, you can still hear the repeats. Let's see if pulling the microphone out of the headset um, does something for us. I think it's doing stuff for us. Yep, I think that was it. Okay. Um, Now, do we need a camera? Probably not. But why is my camera not working? Alright, cool. We got this working. I have no idea what some of these settings are. Alright, I got the chat in here. Got the stream up there. Kind of like OBS. This is really nice. And we can see everything clearly. I'm going to widen the time frame. 15-minute. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna drag something onto the screen and see if it shows the thing I'm dragging. Let's see if that did anything. Because I have it set to just the window. Alright. Yo, making progress. We got Discord. Alright, so it looks like I'm set up for now. We'll get the link. I'm gonna put the link in Telegram in case anyone else is around and wants to join and chill and talk. I'm gonna turn off that now. Okay, that. Alrighty then. Things are good. I'm running smooth. OBS is up. Yeah, last thing I see is Ryan S saying the Brazilian guy versus the Portuguese guy. Do I even need scenes? Background music. Oh man, maybe we could figure out background music next time. Or just chill here. I wonder if that's loud. Gonna have to let me know. Play some guitar. chill, play some guitar for a bit. Just testing. Alright, it sounds like the volume is a lot better when I speak. I don't think you guys can hear anything in the background. Alright, let's see what's up over here. Alright. Yep. Alright. If you guys can hear me, everything sounds good. If you guys have any questions, just ask. Trying to figure out how to use OBS, and it looks like we're getting there. So things should be looking good. If you have any questions, though, please ask, guys. Yeah, you can't hear the guitar at all, so that's fine. Alright, price wise, what are we looking at? Nothing. Gonna be some long days. Gonna be some long days, but gonna start doing this more. Maybe play some Starfield. What the heck is scenes even? What the heck is scene transitions? Alright, well, I got YouTube chat up a lot better. Sources, audio mixer. I don't know why desktop audio is even up here. Testing out all these things. So, bear with me. What is going on over here? Alright. Hey, what's up, Duncan? Hope all is well, my friend. I'm just chilling here, trying to get some long content back into the mix. Got OBS Studio working. So now I'm just chilling. I should try some other OBS filters while I'm at it. Let's see here. Let's do filters. Let's see what this does. Okay, testing, testing, testing. All right. At least I can choose. Oh yeah, you can hear the shit out of that friggin' phone right now. Better put that on vibrate. Let's see here. What do we got? Duncan. No trade signals for a couple days now. What's the story behind that? A fair fight between buyers and sellers and no trade opportunities. Just responding to this message. Okay, so um it's it's a fair fight, yes, but we're also dealing with I kind of want to trade the screens here. I wonder if I can do that. Okay, Duncan, I'm going to try something first, and then we're going to get over there to that question. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Thought I had it earlier. Huh, I think I got it. Nice. Alright, cool. We're in business. Oh, wait, no, we're not in business. I just want to see if YouTube... Nope, we're not in business. Pretty sure no one wants a black screen. Oh my goodness, what did I do now? How do I fix this? Oh no. Oh no. I think I got it. Let's see if I can put it on a different monitor though now that I have this. Okay, this is looking good, promising. And we're back up, right? Okay, cool. Duncan, back to your question now. Okay, oh, this kind of need to fix the chat in here. So no trade signals for a couple of days now. What's the story behind that? So to get no signals, you need a ratio that doesn't mess with the that creates a signal. And right now you can just look at this, look at the order book. And maybe we can drop this to something like this, you can just see clearly in the order book that there is um, pretty much a fair fight going on. In $10 aggregation setting, we're looking at five aggregations deep of sellers, heavy at the top of the book, maybe about the same. Let's see, up to 170. Oh, right here, fourth aggregation 174, 172, 147, 153. So there's no real ratio discrepancy up at the top of the book. And then as we look around, you can see that the book is pretty illiquid. There's a little tick right here. You can see the percent sign. And this looks like it's the beginning of the 1 to 2.5% band. And we're going to have to go back to the $100 aggregations to see it more clearly. Well, here's 1% from the distance from the book. Here's 2.5. Here's 5. And then here's 10 distance from book. So you can see that in the 2.5, 1 to 2.5 range, we're dealing with 251, 120, 105, and 83. And on this side, we're dealing with the 200, 90, 50, and 42. So there is a ratio discrepancy against the buyers, but there isn't enough of a ratio discrepancy to create a signal. And that discrepancy is what creates order book analysis, makes it usable. Try to put this back down here, see if that works. Alright, let's hope this stays working. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now, is just we've moved up and we're on a 15-minute chart. So we clearly had buyers, a lot of them, for quite some time. So it doesn't surprise me that immediately after moving back up, we filled the 25,000 area with orders immediately after having been crushed. Well, not crushed, but definitely pushed below that. So all the stop losses and all the sleeping orders that had been there for however long, those were nuked. And immediately after, we had buyers start stacking the book again. So we're already from, in probably around a 24-hour period or less, from the breach of that seal, we had a number of buyers stack that area right back up. So this is the thing about what's going on now, is we don't have buyers chasing the book so violently that we're getting buy signals. You know, it would be actually nice if we were to get a signal right here, something like this, right? We had buyers all through the zone over here in the same price range at 25,820 just on a few days before. We had buy signals. Only problem is those all got nuked. All those buyers got nuked by that massive sell-off. So that's probably why we don't get a signal here, is because we don't have buyers chasing the run. We got a lot of market buying going on, and we have some buyers chasing the run, but we don't have buyers absolutely furiously and ecstatically chasing this run to the upside. So yeah, it is a fair fight, and I would say that I'm not leaning toward fair fight though. And the reason is because we spent so much time down here that I would think the burden of proof right now is on the buyers to really push the sellers back. So I'm very curious about that, why we aren't getting that kind of behavior. And are there trade opportunities? In a situation like this, I would be looking at something like the RSI. Real dead zone, and RSI capped here. Small trade, small trade. Let's see here. What's that top to bottom? Where's the percentage thing? Just want to see if I can do this all with one hand. Got a 1% trade there. RSI overcooked. You got a overcooked RSI there. 1%, 0.9%. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to trade. What else would I be really using? This is to me a no trade zone, but I'm just trying to get creative here. Let's take a look at some horizontals here if we got anything. We have a support area. Nah, there's really nothing for me to really look at that gives me confidence in, and this is something that's worth talking about, is I don't like to enter a position unless I'm pretty damn sure. There might be periods of time where I want to take a risk, but right now I don't want to take a risk. And I don't see anything that gives me a foot in the door of taking one. I don't have it here. No signals, no nothing. Maybe what we can do is try to create some more signals. Put the guitar down. Let's do this together. Hang out a little bit and talk about a template. Without messing this up, what can I do? Order book depth overlay. Let's try something together. Aggregation. Let's change some of these settings. Let's do some work. Let's just leave it at that for now. Huh. Wow, this is one heck of an aggregation. Nice. Alright, let's just get this thing muddied up. Alright, so looking at this, we might want to filter some of this noise out. Some buyers are chasing the books, some points where we might have a little bit of ratio discrepancy. Let's move this to 30. Oops. And everything's immediately gone. Let's just look at the entire market. This is pretty complicated. Binance USD, I think it's, oh, let's keep that around. True USD, USD, USDC, USDT. And Zunaya, just a matter of time before this thing dumps. Very possible. And let's try to see if we can get a better look at that. Let's just do spot markets. Alright, let's take a look at that. $20 at 100 would be here. Oh, let's do this. Make sure we're all checked up. Alright, let's just take a look at the market as it stands now. Under a different view. So basically what I'm doing here, Duncan, is I'm just making it a little easier to see the wider market and see a lot more noise without changing it. Like signals are very important to me. And testing. Okay. So we can see pretty much all the noise now. Looking at this noise, you can see that there are ratio discrepancies even in favor of the bulls right now. And you know what? I might as well just do some work here. Welcome to the good times. Gonna make this wow, this is pretty weak. Let's leave it like this, see if did that change anything? No. I'll have to work on that a little bit. 5 to 10% bids. Not a single condition's been met. Maybe it's a little bit deeper than that. Yo, what's up, Hurley? Great to see you, brother. Oh, what's up, Sean? Good to see you back. Yeah, man. Just kind of fiddling around with some signals here, trying to create some noise so we can get a idea of what we have going on. Looks like this is pretty deep though, 5 to 10. I wonder if it's more up here. Let's go up here. Why are the colors not changing? We don't need bids 10 to 25. Don't need ask 10 to 25. I've already removed the status line, so it doesn't matter. Well, let's keep going a bit lower. So why are the bids not showing up any colors? 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Oh, that's why. Duh. Alright, well, because it's up here. This is where we start seeing some action. Two, 4, 6, 8. Alright. I don't like that color scheme. 10, we'll just go here. So we had better ratios over here, and let's do this a little bit to 1 to 2.5. Looks like we're probably going to have to start at 15. We'll do 5 colors of ruby. Big time mindset. I think there's price manipulation here. Probably everywhere, but right now I'm not gonna. I think if anything, the market's acting and behaving a little more rationally. There's been some straight runs and full retraces. I think the fish that are playing right now in the pond are medium and small fish. I don't think we're dealing with whales right now. But tell me, big time mindset, why are you thinking that? Zanaya, what's up? What up? And if you guys have any questions and comments, don't hesitate to ask. I'm just kind of fiddling around, Try to make this work for us. Get some more, get a little bit more clarity. Let's do. I don't want to do too much yellow, but let's do yellow. I don't know if I'm going to turn this into a indicator or anything, so it's not like it matters. It's just going to get scrubbed. And 9, let's do white probes. And anything below that's worthless. Let's do green again. Which green are they picking? Let's just say it's that one. Alright, so mostly, oh right, our 1 to 2.5 band here is gone completely. We're just running with a 2.5 to 5 trailing band. And right now it is getting weaker. No one really owns that space. Right now you might have some sellers running the 1 to 2.5 trade band, not enough to make a signal from my signals, but they seem to be dominating and yeah. Yeah, I might need to make a new indicator. Interesting. Hidden buy and sell orders on scalp-esques. Man, it's been a while since I've thought about hidden orders. A lot of exchanges removed that feature back in the day to hide your limit order in the book so that people can't really anticipate it. I know Derivate used to do that. So that's definitely curious. But we do have some noise. A lot of hidden buy and sell orders on ScalpX index. How important is that right now to me? Hidden orders. I want to think about this one for a sec. I wonder if TRDR captures them or not. I don't think the majority of people in any event trade with hidden orders. Usually the reason why you would is to try to catch orders. Let's say you're trying to buy and price won't go to you. Then you're on a leveraged exchange and you throw in some hidden orders and maybe the exchange wicks out a little further than spot markets do, so that was the advantage of throwing out hidden orders. But I don't think that's really much of a thing anymore, and especially because those leverage exchanges are going to be doing whatever the spot exchanges do. So I don't really know if in Mr. Big Time Mindset, which exchange allows you to hide your orders? Because I'm curious. I don't think it's going to be spot exchanges. I've never really seen that feature on spot exchanges. But it makes a lot more sense why it existed on leverage exchanges, because people can trade with a lot more money than what they actually have. I see a lot of hidden buy. Okay, yeah. So still, I'm just curious. What exchanges allow hidden orders? Aren't those purely OTC? Follow that Telegram group as well. Yeah, that makes a little bit of sense. And if that's the case, then we would just be dealing with the same exact thing that we've been dealing with always. So nothing would really change in that picture. Don't know for sure, but if you check the website, okay. I'll check the website another time. I don't want to be flipping flopping between things right now because I just got OBS kind of figured out right now. Maybe kind of figured out right now. Alright. BitMEX. Alright, yeah, leverage exchange, BitMEX. I think that's a little more common on leverage exchanges, and something like BitMEX isn't too big of a concern to me, especially nowadays. I mean, BitMEX is not the titan it used to be. Times have definitely changed in crypto. Alright, I am gonna try this actually. Desktop audio. Let me see if I can put on some background music for us. Um, Triple witching tomorrow. What's triple witching mean? Alright, let's see if this does it. Triple witching tomorrow. What's triple witching mean? Alright, let's see if this does it. Triple witching tomorrow. What's triple witching mean? Alright, let's see if this does it. Triple witching tomorrow. What's triple witching mean? Alright, I just lowered the volume on the background music. Alright, let me know what you guys think, because I just wanted to put something on in the background so it's not super dry. Alright, I just lowered the volume on the background. Expiration of stock options, stock index futures, stock index options. It happens only 4 times a year. I think most of the times we get a decent move. Alright, let me know what you guys think, because I just wanted to put something on in the background so it's not super dry. Expiration of stock options, stock index futures, stock index options. It happens only 4 times a year. I think most of the times we get a decent move. Okay. Um, expiration of stock options, stock index futures, stock index options. It happens only 4 times a year. I think most of the times we get a decent move. Okay. What do I think of something like that? Not much. I must be honest, I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. So I can't really say that I'm the pro. And if you have the dates of the past couple, let's pull up a daily, send them in the chat. We'll pull up a daily and we'll take a
What do
look
I think
together.
of something like that? Not much. I must be honest, I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. So I can't really say.
Oh man, desktop audio won't work because I was listening to my thing. All right, it'll work fine now. Yeah, guys, thanks for bearing with me while I figure out how to use OBS and try to make this a little more pleasant for all of us. Instead of just hearing the humming of the computer. So now it looks like you posted. Hey, you guys, post, try to use the Discord channel because I'm gonna be a lot more attentive in the Discord channel. The Discord is like just way easier for me to get everything organized. You got traders, chats, and all these different channels and stuff like that. So, just I wouldn't mind if you posted some more stuff there. In the general chat, traders chat, whatever you want. Yes, okay. Nothing else. Four o'clock, nice. Time is flying. I'm getting hungry. Make sure that you only eat once a day. Intermittent fast for a long time. Crown showed the moves in his latest video. You know, I remember I did like one video with Crown. I was with Tone, and obviously you can't judge a man from 2 or 3 years ago. But I thought he was using way too many indicators, and it was, in my eyes, when asked, I think when asked like, "Oh, what do you think?" It was like, "Oh, I don't know. This thing's doing this zippity zappity thing, and this thing's doing this zippity zappity thing," and I was just like watching him explain why 10 indicators are bullish and 10 indicators are bearish, and it just reminded me of that old adage, uh, paralysis by analysis. So I haven't watched anything and never followed up with anything, any of his work. So I don't really know what his success rate is or what that is. Don't know if he called the top. Don't know if he called the 30K pullback. Don't know if he called the 15K bottom. Let's see. I think I did all three of those. I called 14.5 bottom. Just trying to say, man, I don't really trust any other person, people when it comes to TA. I specifically learned it so I can trust myself more than everyone else. I just remember Crown left a bad impression with the too many indicators. Man, it's like so many things, dude.
I'm gonna just see if I can get a camera working in here. Video capture device. Oh, hey, well, looks like I got it. Hmm. What's up, peeps? Put you down here, maybe? But we don't even really need that right now. Oh, but it is good to see the quality is high. Yo, Big Ugly, what the fuck, man? Great to see you. Oh, so he's still doing that too many indicators thing. That's funny. I thought he would have learned. Thought he would have kind of matured, but yeah, I guess it be like that sometimes. Yo, but Big Ugly, it's great to see you, brother. I'm really happy to see you here. Feel like you're one of my oldest friends that I've been seeing for so long, many years now. How you doing, Big Ugly? Anything new with you? Yeah, and look, I'm not saying this to brag, but how many how many of my trades were public, on a bot that was connected to a Telegram channel? How many things have I done that were quoted in news articles and accurate, I think, look, the reason why I want you all to be here is because I want you all to develop a similar confidence that I have, that anything that you set your mind to, you can absolutely do. And if that includes becoming the fucking best analyst, and certainly in your own book at the very least, um, then you can do it. I mean, you got to be careful though, and you got to ask yourself a lot of questions. Think about it. As an analyst, you got to analyze everything, and most importantly, yourself. And one of those things that I would be asking myself is, while predicting the future, do more things give me a better insight into the future, or do more things give me a clutter and therefore confuse me? And so that's why I've never really been the guy with a ton of indicators. I remember when I was learning indicators and I was so happy to feel smart and click on 16 different things and know what RSI stands for. It made you sound cool to other people, but it doesn't do shit for your analysis. You know what? I'm gonna take the steak out. Time to let the steak start thawing. I got some raw milk here, guys. Really happy to finally have gotten raw milk. Got some raw milk finally. Got a connection out here. Raw milk is kind of hard to come by. Let the steak warm up in the open air. Let me just get this off. This looks pretty nice. The only problem I ever have with grass-fed beef is that sometimes it's a little bit tough. Sometimes it's a little tough. The fuck? And you can use a little baking soda, make a little powder, like a little thing out of baking soda with a little bit of water, like a little paste almost, that you use to put around the steak, cover the outside with it. Almost like just a texture marinade, something like that. That'll soften it up just a little bit, you know. It's whatever you want, but I like to, baking soda isn't such a bad thing, so I use a little bit. Probably, I'm not sure if I use too much or too little. I don't know the exact measurements, but I know it works. And you can taste it a little bit, so that's why it's a bit more of a choice. But I just make a little paste in my hand with some baking soda, rub it on the steak with some baking soda and water, rub it on the steak, cover the outside of it, and then you're good to go. Let that sit, pull it out the fridge, let it sit for 30 minutes before you start cooking. You don't want to cook a stone cold steak. Ramsay will flip his shit. So, alright. Crown grew up trading. Oh yeah, I do remember that. His system works for him, but I don't know how much value it provides to others. Too much chaos, I wouldn't watch his videos. Yeah, fucking, that's actually kind of funny, Big Ugly, because that's actually kind of how I feel about Ugly Old Goat style. Dude is a freaking, he wins trading competitions. He's a legit, like, a totally legit trader. Um, but my only, and it's not really a problem, it's just that I was never able to replicate what he did, and I think that's one of the goals as an educator is to help people get to a point where they can replicate what you're doing. So, no hate. There's just some people out there that do a lot of the thinking in there. And look, before SAS signals, before this stuff came out, it was all in my head. Very hard to replicate. So, I get that for sure. I'm doing okay here, keeping very busy. Good to see you. Autumn in the Midwest is beautiful. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Think it'll be very nice, and I'm happy to be here. So, I'm definitely stoked, man. It's gonna be nice out here. Gonna refill my lighter. Whenever you guys fill up your cigar lighters, make sure you let it sit for probably 10 minutes in your pocket before you start using it. Where did my lighter go? Oh, it's out there. Alright, I'm gonna step outside for 5 minutes, people. Oh shit, I was muted. Whoops. What's up, Mel? And what's up, John? Would you mind telling me what funding's at right now, John? I was muted for a bit there. Sorry for the delay, guys. Um, Forgot that I was muted. All right, so yeah, if you wouldn't mind telling me what's up with the funding, I'd be curious to know because I'm not looking right now. Negative. I wouldn't say that's too crispy. I think it was somewhere around there. Hasn't it been there for a little while? Negative funding rate for the past probably few weeks. Got a little refresh there, all good. there's that. I thought it was nuked for a little while. I was looking at BitGet for a bit, and I think it was negative 0.001 or negative 0.001. All right. Um, what are you gonna do when Bitcoin get goes KYC, which is happening this month? Yeah, just another exchange, another exchange. Gonna have to play around. I exited. I did took all my funds out, and I'll be looking for the next place to go. Someone recommended an exchange to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll use a corporate account to a corporate info out of another country to KYC a Bybit account because I do think Bybit was one of the better exchanges. Oh, why is my computer doing all that? Yeah. I think MEXC is what a friend said they were using. So I think I might check that out. MEXC, what do you think of it, Ryan? Yeah, Miss Bybit. Might have to figure out a way to get a company set up. Okay. Alright, back to this stuff. But, you know, Ryan, as far as everything else, it seems to work well and you can enter and exit positions. And everything's pretty normal, I would assume. Easy to navigate. App is alright. I'm assuming you need to be running a VPN on your phone in order to access the app. Man, I'm bored. You guys, price is boring. Anything else you guys want to talk about? VPN always, yep. Nice. In the Discord channel, there's a news that my friend has been updating, and it looks pretty good. Dude's doing some pretty cool stuff. I mean, yo, Ryan, did you see Izzy's fingernails during the fight with Sean Strickland? He had freaking like white tipped fingernails during the fight. Apparently, it's going around like a what the fuck kind of thing is going around right now, 'cause you're not supposed to have long fingernails. Yo, what's up, LT? Good to see you. Just chilling. Figured out OBS, so wanted to get to a stream and hang out a bit. So I'm just chilling with you guys. Honestly, not doing much. Yeah, honestly, not much going on. Gonna go play some pool later. Gonna cook dinner probably very soon. Almost 5 o'clock my time. So you can't have guests on OBS. I think a big move is coming tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, well look at the state of the book right now, man. I know it's looking solid at the top, both sell side and buy side, but a lot of this stuff is dynamic, so anything can happen to the downside. A lot of the stuff overhead is probably static, so it's probably a little more difficult to break through unless you have a ton of buyers. So I'm definitely curious, man. This is a very curious time. Yeah, it's a curious time. I mean, look, we've been grindy a lot, so that's good. I mean, it's good for price discovery to have less of this vertical stuff. So we've been grinding for the past, day or so. I'm okay with it. A big move coming, certainly possible, and um, tomorrow is Friday. Friday fuckery comes about. We all know what that means. So, I think something's gonna happen tomorrow for sure. Is it gonna be like, excuse me, is it gonna be nasty? Um, I don't know yet. I don't know. Honestly, this market's been doing a lot of nasty stuff lately, so it's just hard to tell. A lot of big moves, a lot of very big moves in small periods of time. And look, you can't even see signals pretty much in either direction. Very small differences in the ratio between bids and asks at each range. A little bit of action going on over here. I might just cook dinner while we're chilling. Phil C, what's up, man? Um, Lower lows. Well, I think that remains to be seen. I'm not. Look, right now, this is what I have on my mind. We're skipping the stone across the water. And what? Let's go to an hour. It's not even that pretty. Skip, bounce, skip, bounce, skip, bounce. Almost plunged. Bounce. And right now we're dealing with a lower low and we're dealing with a like a kind of a local higher high, right? So I think we're still in the danger zone. We're still skipping the stone across the water. So I think lower lows are possible, but I don't want to get on that boat just yet. Really tough to say, man. Let's see, I haven't seen the book this empty down below in a while. Well, we're stacked up in the 20s, and the problem is we're now stacked overhead. So, it's just going to take a lot to break us through. And the problem is, I think these are whales, and I think these whales want their orders filled. So they have no incentive to market buy right now. There's no competition to buy. No one's really pressing um, the next person into I must buy now mentality. So all these guys are just going to sit until orders get filled. And I think, especially after this big move down, I think the burden of proof is on the Bulls to really kick us off and say, "Yo, this was your last chance to buy at 25K." And I don't think anyone's sending that message. In fact, we have a lot of time before the halving, and I think it's going to be hard to convince anyone. What's up, Cass Bundy? I think it's going to be hard to convince anyone that we should be at $50,000 at the halving. I think if anything, people probably think this is where we'll be at the halving. So you just have a lot of buyers with orders stacked, and they're just going to keep taking the fills. So there's no buyers just actively seeking to buy right now. And I think that's the problem. Um, we are inside a consolidation, and I don't know who's going to make the move first, man. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be whales in the blue team that start pounding the market or whales on the red team that start pumping the market. Oh, I should say green and red in that case. But yeah, it's just obvious to me that no one's really desperate to make a move right now. And we've gone sideways long enough that also sellers don't seem like they're in any mad rush to dump their bags. So it's just really tough to say, man. It's really tough. That we are skipping the stone across the water. Lower lows are probably likely at this point. I don't want to enter a short though. I would rather look for the next long, but that could be very dangerous, as any trade can be dangerous. I mean, this is a really weird time in the market. Very weird time. So, yeah, you know, and no problem, Phil. Happy to help, man. Always. And, look, I want to take a look at this. Our perps are getting a little antsy. We just flipped bearish in perps. Ass dominant. Yeah, man, I really don't like what I'm seeing here. This is definitely funky. Man, I might cook you guys while I'm chilling on the stream with you. Phil C, I believe we shot up to 26,850 and then got smashed right back down. Yeah, that was right over, let's take a look at that again on the hourly. That happened right over here. 28,000. 26,400 on the recent move. Currently, we've made it as high as 26,8 something. Um, yeah, we've definitely done a lot of up stuff and then a lot of immediate retrace. I mean, this is just really bad. This is so bad. I really don't want to think that we're in a little bear market now, but it's very possible we could be. You know what, I'm gonna keep comments on my phone and I'm gonna go over and cook up my steak. Turn down the media on this. How's the music volume? Can you guys hear it? I'm gonna cook now. Some steak and eggs. A little low. Alright, I can just move it up a notch. And I'll do this over here. Alright, that should be a little better. Time to cook up some dinner. Wash a couple dishes. Get some life things done. I am gonna go out later and play some pool. Have a good time doing that. Yo, I don't know if you guys are, you know, in single mode, but I'll tell you one thing. These scrub daddies are fucking amazing. These scrub daddy sponges, best sponges I've ever used. Highly recommend. I should get an affiliate link for Scrub Daddy, man. I love these things. I got some raw milk the other day, so I got the freshest milk that you can possibly get. I'm really happy about that. Took me a while to find raw milk out here, but I think it's illegal now. And it's kind of wild, man. These guys out there in the world, they really want you sick, man. These people that control the ebb and flow of the world really want you sick, man. Sick and unhealthy. And now they fucking made raw milk illegal. Crazy, man. They're making food illegal. It's fucking psycho. While they're doing crickets. Making you eat crickets. Eat all the crickets you want, but you can't have raw milk. fucking crazy. Yeah, I hope you guys aren't eating any crickets. I don't even care if you're vegetarian or vegan anymore. Just don't eat the crickets. But I strongly encourage people not to be vegetarian or vegan. I don't think I've ever seen like a good, healthy looking vegetarian. I probably have and I don't know it, but I'll tell you, you'll probably be closer to your prime eating grass-fed steaks, eating cheese, milk, eggs, fresh on the farm. I stay away from processed food, pretty much anything that comes in a box. I don't even go to restaurants really anymore. Yeah, they won't ban seed oils, which are just straight up like chemically derived using corrosive materials. Yeah, yo, it's a crazy world that we live in right now. We've definitely let it get too bad through our complacency. Us, our parents, generation before them was not really struggling as much, I don't think. You know, you were able to work a job and pay for things. I don't think anyone was anyone that wanted to work was able to get jobs back in the days of our grandparents. You know what? Let me throw some more butter on this bitch. Yo, every time I cook, I make so much smoke. I better turn the fan on before a fucking alarm goes off. Yo, you guys remember when I had my when I had that one fire alarm going off every day? It was just chirping, and I never changed the battery until like right before I moved. Man, we've had some good times together. Doing push-ups on stream. I always like to throw some butter on top of my steak too. Let that kind of cook its way into some of the cracks. Throw some salt up on here. I like a lot of salt. I like a lot of salt. Oh yeah, making bread. Yo, dude, we've had some good times, man. Yeah, Phil, the chirping, man, that's so funny. You know what's like so funny about it is I was just so oblivious to it after a certain point. I didn't even hear it anymore. It was just part of my day, night. I never even heard that noise after probably the first couple hours of it going on. You guys heard it more than I did. That's so funny though, man. Making bread, making meatloaf. I mean, kind of doing it right now, just not with the camera. But, you know, I can make some tallow fries one of these days. I'll do my little cooking show and get everyone hungry on some health shit. You know what? I'll render some tallow pretty soon. Maybe I can show you guys what that looks like. It's a long, slow process, but yeah, good times. Great times. Great times. The Bitcoin lounge back when I had my cigar lounge all set up, smoking so many cigars a day. I do miss that. I should actually order a box of cigars right now. It takes a few days to ship. I should get my cigars right now. But I'm cooking. So, what's for dinner tonight, you ask? Yeah, it's gonna be steak. eggs, cheese, and raw milk. Yo, I always make so much smoke when I cook, man. I don't have like a great fan or anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. A lot of smoke. I use a countertop reverse osmosis for any of you people out there that are living in apartments or living, you know, in a house without reverse osmosis. Just let you know, it's not very hard. Reverse osmosis countertop is super easy, man. You just fill up a thing, and it fills up a pitcher. It does the reverse osmosis thing all in like this countertop thing. If you got the space, just do it up. Are we on the 5 minute? Let me check. Let's drop this down. I really want to see what's going on. Ate that up. Alright. Yeah, reverse osmosis, guys. That stuff is the level you want to be on. I could probably do more streams from my phone and stuff like that too. Alright, this steak needs to get flipped. Oh, that's actually real nice though. Looking beautiful. Throw some salt up on here. And then I like to cook my steaks. This one might be a little too cooked. And then throw them in the oven for a little bit. This one has a pretty crispy outside. Should probably eat it like this. Just a very quick sear. Because I cooked the shit out of one side too much. Time for some eggs. Time for some delicious, beautiful eggs. Alright. Always put a little bit of milk in them eggs. Gotta do a little bit of milk. Ryan, what do you cook? Tell me what you guys make on your day to day. Or do you have someone cooking for you? And I hope no one's saying that they're ordering Uber Eats every day. Slice a little bit of cheese here while this is oh shit, didn't even have the cheese out. Noob fail. Some delicious Wisconsin cheese out here. Alright, let's flip this back over. Alright, that's done. Steak and eggs. The most important meal of the day. Tell you what, man. No freaking chemicals up in this. Maybe some sodium chloride. Some sodium chloride. That's about it. Alright, let's do that. Throw some cheese on top. Alright, now we got some egg cheese. Let's get a couple slices of fun cheese. Oh yeah, I have some brie actually I should use. Let's see, chicken, rice, peppers. That sounds pretty decent. Steak, a few times a week. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Steak is kind of like, it's not a scam, but I'm kind of over eating so many steaks. I just got these because I had someone over, but I can do ground beef. In fact, I'm pretty sure we all know that. Wasn't I eating the what's it called? The damn, what is that shit called? Beef bread? What was that? Meatloaf. Meatloaf. But beef bread does sound pretty good. And just so you guys know, and if you ever get really fresh milk, you're gonna have to be cleaning it, shaking it up a lot. Shake up the bottle a lot. Alright, got the food. Alright, I'm settling in, Ryan. I'm gonna read this again. And I always eat some apricot pit kernels too. Apricot pit kernels, a lot of stuff online talks about how good they are for you. But if you look at anything mainstream, it'll say, eat and die. But yeah, ground beef, you can get grass-fed ground beef here for mad cheap. Well, not mad cheap, but it's like $7 a pound, and it's basically $7 a pound on the East Coast. So I get grass-fed ground beef, and then the steaks are like $20 a pound for like a New York strip or a ribeye. And it's like, dude, the steaks really, you know, look, I'll be honest, man. Most of the time, grass-fed steaks are a little tough, and I would just rather do ground beef, because ground beef also has a lot of tendons and ligaments and stuff that's healthy for you. How did this turn out? Nice. Basically raw in the middle. Yeah, don't be afraid of raw meat, guys. You know, man, I wonder what happened with Cupcake Durant. Now that I'm thinking about raw meat and girls. Let's see here. Bill C, 2 egg omelet every morning. Should be eating more meat. Yeah, eggs are really good for you too, though. I mean, based on what I've seen from the carnivores that I use in order to make my diet. Which his name is Paul, Dr. Paul Saladino. He's a big guy on Instagram. He has a Twitter, but I wouldn't say it's a big account or anything like that. But Dr. Paul Saladino, and he's really big on fruits, honey, raw milk, maple syrup, and meat. A lot of meat, eggs, and meat organs, liver, heart, even testicles. As crazy as that sounds. I don't have testicles here to eat, just so you guys know. But so Ryan, don't try to freaking run over and grab some testicles over here, bro. Um, but yeah, uh, I think one of the important things too, though, Phil, is intermittent fasting. I make sure that I only eat once a day. Maybe if I have company or guests or something, then obviously I'm gonna break that rule. But I don't eat breakfast because of that. Oh no, the Liver King, man, what a fail, huh? The Liver King was what a fall from grace, dude. Man, I was okay with it. You know, that guy was a little off, but I was kind of okay with it because he seemed like a little bit of an off guy, but just trying to just trying to make his way in the world, and then he fucking's doing steroids. What a idiot. What a idiot, man. I mean, it's just bad. I'm sure like do steroids if you want to look buff and stuff, but like don't sell people on a lie. That'd be like yeah, there's a lot of bad things that come out of being deceptive like that. You're not gonna, I don't know. I just thought that whole situation was kind of fucked up. But yeah, I only eat once a day, and I try to make sure I frickin' slam it. I got 4 eggs here, a steak, some cheese, and some raw milk. I'll turn on the video device for a second. Just sliced up all my steak, threw it into the middle of the eggs, threw the cheese in there. Just got a pile of frickin' health right here. My delicious glass of raw milk. I got nothing but health right here. Yeah, dude, eat one big meal a day or eat one whatever meal a day, and you're gonna like it, man. Yeah, you're gonna like it big time. Um, yeah, I'm a big fan of eating like this. I'll turn off the camera again because I'm just eating over here. And my house is a mess. I got freaking shit everywhere. Phil, do you watch UFC? Yo, Gary, what's up? Um, nope. I bailed out my long. Let's talk about my long. My long was pretty ugly for a long time. Huh. I was long. We got a signal over here somewhere at 26,400. It must have been right around here. I started going long right there, and I sat 26,400. Let's just put it there for make it easy. I sat a long time underwater, put a break even stop, didn't fill on the exchange I was trading. So I had a long where I was pushed deep underwater, didn't get the fill, had to see this, and got my fill on our way out, probably in this cluster. I got out as quick as possible, and I'm not even mad about it. I mean, I wouldn't have made much, small money on that. So I just think I made sure I didn't lose money. In fact, I think I made money on the funding. No, excuse me, I didn't make money on the funding. I think that's how I lost money, if anything. But yeah, we did get back, and I did not get liquidated. My liquidation price is 24,000, around about 24,000 flat. Um, so I'm just happy to get out break even, and I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting for the market to really signal something. And also keep in mind, I was on BitGet, and BitGet's going to KYC. So pretty much they announced that September 1st or something that they're going to KYC, and I'm in a long. And I'm just hoping that we come back to a break even so that I can take my corn out. I was able to do that, so I was happy with the bail dip. And let's see here. So I'm just chilling, Gary. You used to watch it a lot when Matt Hughes was fighting. Not much now. Yeah, Matt Hughes is a G. I think he trains out of You know what? No, I'm thinking of someone else. No, I don't know much about Matt Hughes anymore. But yeah, dude, this is a good era right now, man. They call it the modern. Is it the modern era? It's a really good. Like UFC is on fire right now, man. Been great fights. Gary was in a long for a while, got wrecked on just funding, holding it for 2 weeks. Yeah, man. I think it was negative for a little while, so I think we might have got paid a little bit, but then like it flipped, so I just know I didn't make much off it. Waiting for Consensio to be bullish again before anything else. All BTC off exchange for now. Yeah, same actually, same exact thing. But I'm looking for a new exchange to put some on. Consensio is probably not far off. It looks like the intermediate term moving average is ready to spin. Yeah, George St. Pierre is not really fighting. They're doing a grappling match. Um, I want to get more into UFC. There's always too much going on for me on Saturdays. Yeah, I pretty much schedule my Saturdays to be a watch the fights with me day. All right, I am fed.
But yeah, last week Sean Strickland had a huge upset victory over Israel Adesanya. That was probably one of the coolest things. That was so tight. Man, he really put it on. What a fucking show. Okay. What do we want to talk about? Phil C, is Pimblett still fighting? Paddy Pimblett, let's talk about the story of Paddy Pimblett. He has not fought since his terrible decision win over Jared Gordon. Clearly a fixed fight. It was probably the most fixed fight anyone had ever seen. I think the next one down the list is Islam versus Volk. Anyways, Pimblett goes on to win a very, very controversial decision by judge's scorecard, and then brags about it like a psycho, man. Really, really brags about it. Used that platform and that victory to say he dominated and, you know, was untouchable and all that shit. Not very humble. And in that situation, humble is probably the one thing you want to be. So Pimblett lost a lot of stock to the crowds, and no one really likes him anymore. No one respects him, and he ended up then saying that he has an ankle injury and needed surgery. So he went and got ankle surgery and was apparently from that point out for like a year. So I think this has all happened this year. Pimblett says that he wants to be fighting again by the end of the year, but I think he did enough in his short stint. Yo, Mexican Hasselhoff, what's up, brother? So I think Paddy the Baddy did a lot of stuff with his time in the UFC. His first few fights, you know, 3 fights I think he did before hitting Jared Gordon, and he did very well. You know, he was a hype and he did pretty good, and then he fucking won a fucking fixed fight over Jared Gordon. But he made a bunch of money and sponsorships and contracts, I'm sure, like of that nature. And I think he's doing very well for himself. So I would say he's probably not in any huge rush to get back into the octagon, you know, because the second he loses, I bet you that a lot of those sponsorships and stuff like that aren't gonna look as pretty when he re-signs. And on that note, and what Ryan said, he'll be humbled when he fights someone who's gonna put the hurting on him. Yeah, 100%, you're right. And I think Jared Gordon kind of did, but you know, you're right, not bad enough. He patted the bad, but he didn't get knocked the fuck out. So, what did happen though recently, which was kind of a reflection of that, is Molly McCann, who is like his fellow from the UK. They're not like they're friends. They're tight. You know, they both train at the same gym and all that. Whatever. They're really close, and oftentimes they were seen being filmed together and doing a lot of things together. I think about a month ago, Molly McCann fought someone pretty decent, and she got her ass kicked. I think for the second or third, maybe it was the second time in a row, she just got absolutely annihilated. So now Molly McCann and Patty the Batty, yeah, Phil C, no problem. And so yeah, like now Patty's out. He says he wants to fight this year. I don't know if he's coming back. Molly McCann took and they fought on the same cards a lot of the time. And then Molly McCann, Meatball Molly, went for her first like decent person up the food chain in the women's league. If I'm not mistaken, fighting at 135. And then when she fought someone decent, she got her ass kicked. And then she just fought again, maybe a month and a half ago. And she got her ass kicked again. It's almost like they were just some hype trains, and they would have been good kind of staying where they belong, which is out of the top 15. I don't know if Jared Gordon is in the top 15, but he really fucked Patty up, man. He really fucked him up. There's no way it was Patty's fight. There was another interesting decision that had happened, and this is why this is talked about. There was another interesting decision that had happened between Peter Yan and Sean O'Malley, and it was a very tough fight to call. I personally had the fight for Sean O'Malley because Peter Yan, and due to the more recent changes in judging criteria, if you take someone down, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. You have to do something with that control time. You have to be raining down punches and elbows, basically. You have to be causing damage. And so Peter Yan fought Sean O'Malley, and it was a good fight, kind of back and forth. I think Sean had the upper hand because Peter Yan only took Sean down and didn't do shit with any of those takedowns. So Sean O'Malley won that fight by decision, right? And when he got the freaking microphone put in his face, and they were asking him about it, everyone was kind of wondering what he would say. He ends up saying, being very humble. He wasn't like an arrogant piece of shit, being like, "Oh yeah, fight of the night bonus right here, and 50K, Dana White, where's my 50K?" And yeah, all this crazy shit. I'm the baddest motherfucker. No, he didn't say any of that. He was just like, "Man, that was a close fight. I'm gonna have to watch that one back." And I think that was the best way you could answer that situation, because you can't really talk shit about the judges and say the fight was rigged for me and because I'm a superstar for the UFC. He just said, "Look, I have to watch that one back." And a lot of people, the crowd didn't immediately start booing and hate. The crowd gave him the respect of that. Go back to watch the fight. I think a lot of people agreed with what I said earlier, that the takedowns and the ground control time, especially under the new judging criteria, didn't matter much, and that's how it should be. Peter Yan was, got some good hits in, got some good takedowns, but at the end of the fight, he was the one bloodied up. So I still think that was a good decision. And Sean O'Malley is now his next fight after that was for the UFC Gold, and he won it. So Sean O'Malley clearly is a pretty decent fighter, man. I really like Sean O'Malley. I think he's a good fighter. I like his style. And then when he came to after that upset or whatever you want to call it, the decision victory, he takes some time off. Aljamain Sterling ended up fighting Henry Cejudo, and then what happened after that was Sean O'Malley fought Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling was victorious over Henry Cejudo. And honestly, it was pretty impressive because I don't think the UFC even really wanted Aljo as a champion. They probably could have done more money-wise with that weight class with Henry Cejudo. But Aljamain Sterling, you know, I like him and I respect him as a champion. I think he did some good things and was a good champ. Really tough opponent to beat. But when he fought Henry Cejudo, he fought an Olympic wrestler, and he took him down. Aljamain Sterling took him down and, you know, threatened submissions and put some hurt on. A lot of the control time was in Aljo's side, so I think it was a really good, a really good uh, title fight of Aljo really securing his foundation as a champion. Because his first two title fights was a victory over Peter Yan by disqualification. Peter Yan illegally in the maybe the fifth round, maybe the fourth round, but at the end of the fight, someone in Peter Yan's corner was yelling knee him, and Aljamain was down on his knees. So Peter Yan, the champion of the bantamweight division, frickin' knees a downed opponent square in the head, man. And I'm talking, it was a legit knee, man. Full blown, full force, a knee to the head. Aljamain Sterling was knocked out, man. And Mexican Hasselhoff, we'll get to that comment here in a sec. So Aljamain Sterling gets knocked out basically, eyes roll on the back of his head. He gets kneed square in the frickin' dome in the temple. And Peter Yan loses his belt by disqualification. So Aljo was considered an illegitimate champ. Takes about 6-8 months, can't remember. Took a long time for the rematch. The rematch came up next. Peter Yan might have had one more fight. Aljo didn't. Peter Yan comes in, Aljo comes in, and Aljo tied him up, got his back, you know, threatened submissions, put some hurt on. Aljo wins the fight. This time it was undeniable that Aljo was the better man that night. Then Aljo goes on to fight TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw, by the way, has an injured shoulder, was keeping it quiet as any strong man should do. You know, no one wants to see a bitch complain about injuries before they go into a fight. But TJ Dillashaw is getting a little older, and he's got an injury. Pretty much the fight ends, I don't know if it was by submission or medical stoppage or what happened, I can't remember. But round 2 or 3, Aljo wins. And I don't think that really added a notch to his belt, but hey, it did. And then he goes on to fight Cejudo, did a great job, and then he fought Sean O'Malley, and everyone thought Aljo was just going to be able to take Sean O'Malley down, you know, attack the legs, get him on his ass, get him on his back, and then just make the fight boring. And that's what a lot of fighters will do, is they'll win by making the fight boring. It seems like that was still Aljo's plan. Aljo was looking for the takedowns. Aljo got a hold of Sean. Sean, in this whole time, had been practicing, I think, had been doing a great job practicing wrestling and takedown defense. So Aljo gets his hands around him a couple times. Sean O'Malley breaks free. And at the most perfect timing you've ever seen in your entire life, Sean O'Malley is retreating, and Aljo throws a straight, maybe it was a straight left. Maybe it was a cross. So it was a big left, I think it was. I can't remember if he's right-handed or left-handed. But he throws a sick left. Let's just say it was a left. And let's say he's southpaw. He throws a cross. And he throws his whole body into it. And Sean O'Malley, in like literally the most perfect thing I've ever seen. Alright? Sean O'Malley has probably one of my favorite counter punches in all of MMA. He freaking is leaning back. Aljo's knuckles come all the way up to basically scrape Sean O'Malley's freaking peach fuzz on his face, man. Touched his freaking mustache hair. And Sean O'Malley, the fucking punch from Aljo comes right up to him, man. Right, touching skin. And he freaking just turns his shoulders, turns his hip, and throws the nastiest and most accurate right hand you've ever seen. Blasted, absolutely blasted Aljamain Sterling in the dome, dog. And Aljamain Sterling fell straight down. And then Sean O'Malley got on top and threw hammer fists and ran the top, just raining down punches until the ref stopped the fight. And I think it was a legitimate stoppage. So, yeah, I think Sean is a pretty good champion. I think he proved it by defeating Aljamain Sterling. I don't think it was a fluke. And now on to Mexican Hasselhoff. Cheetah will annihilate Sugar Sean O'Malley. I judging by Cheeto's last couple fights, man, he looks like shit, bro. Cheeto is probably one of the most like if I see a Cheeto Vera fight or a Corey Sandhagen fight right now, I'm not interested, man. Cheeto Vera, he's just he's a badass, and I really did like him a lot. He's had some great fights, but when he did beat Sugar Sean O'Malley, I'm gonna give Sean the excuse. Drop foot is a serious situation, and yeah, Cheeto did cause that damage. But how often do you see a leg kick thrown where someone gets drop foot? I think it was just a matter of luck. And if you don't have a foot to stand on, then you don't have a fight. So we've seen other fights, at least one other fight after that get stopped because the guy had drop foot, but he still wanted to fight. Sean O'Malley probably couldn't fight. So do I think Cheeto's gonna annihilate Sugar? No. I think Cheeto is gonna do what he does, which is take a lot of time to start boiling the water and end up losing early. I really think Sean O'Malley's a better man, but I do think Cheeto Vera is a badass. And you know what they say? You know what they say about champions is that they say once you get the belt, it's like something happens, something clicks in your head where you're immediately better. And I actually believe that. And so I can see Sean O'Malley training like crazy, getting ready. And look, I mean, his striking is on point, and Cheeto's striking is on point. And Cheeto has one of the nastiest knockouts of all time. That fucking front kick to Frankie Edgar's jaw, and he fell like a sack of potatoes. Man, that was one of the greatest knockouts, man. And where is that Cheeto? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the Cheeto that I was like, holy shit, man. This guy is an absolute monster, and he's going straight to the top. And then his next two fights are poking, you know, just poking jabs and nothing exciting, nothing fun, nothing creative. He's not really doing anything special. And whereas you have, yeah, so in other words, he's not improving. You know, you look at someone like Volkanovski, who improves every fight, dude. Volkanovski's like that, like the sword of Godric Gryffindor. It only takes in that which makes it stronger. And so I just don't see that in Cheeto Vera right now. I think he could be absolutely amazing, but I don't see like that killer instinct in him. And I think he's gonna need to channel that killer instinct if he wants to get some work done. So, yeah, you guys, I could talk about UFC. I am an analyst after all. I like analyzing everything, particularly Bitcoin price action and fighting. So, you know, you guys, if you have any questions, any comments, don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to throw them out at me. I'm chilling here with you guys. I'm just having a good time. I'm gonna be streaming long. You know, this is my day now, so I'm just kind of hanging out. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about while we got some price action going on, just throw it at me. Mexican Hasselhoff, what did you think of Sean Strickland, man? Now we got two. Do I got any trades on? No, I bailed a couple. I don't know how long it was ago. Was it yesterday? I bailed recently. I got out of it long that I was trapped in. And if you remember, I said that it was that this was an exit, a mercy exit for trapped longs. And I still think that for now. I still think I'm looking for the next position I look for is gonna be a move down, and then to take another long, pick it up. I'm still biased in bullish trajectory. At least, at the very least, we're in a channel, and we've hit the bottom of it. Let's talk about this, Mr. Mexican Hasselhoff. At the very least, we're in something of a channel, something like this. And look, if we come back down here, I'm not going to immediately make the assumption that we're testing this one next. And especially not right away. I think that we're gonna spend a little bit of time chopping it up in the bottom end of the channel, and then we'll spend some time chopping it up in the top end of the channel. So I'm looking for a long, and I was trapped in a long. I don't think I didn't see, I was trapped in a long for a number of days. I took the long here at 26,400, and I was trapped underwater all the way up until we got right above it 2 days ago. So I was in a position for a very long time. I bailed, and now I'm just and I moved my money off the exchange because they're going to KYC. So right now I'm just chilling, thinking my next trade is going to be a long. We'll probably come spin back around, and I'll check out what kind of signals we get down there. But for now, I'm really just going to chill, man. I can't really I just don't feel comfortable taking a big risk right now. And anything to me right now is a big risk. You can see my signals. I don't really have anything that's screaming, hey, you know, get in this action right now. There's just nothing screaming that out loud right now. Everything is a little questionable. We don't have signals overhead. We don't have signals below, trade signals. So I'm chilling right now. I'm just gonna let the market do its thing, and I'm gonna sit out a couple plays. Yeah. And plus, there's nothing like getting out of a long where you were trapped with your head underwater for 2 weeks or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know how long, 10 days, 8 days, 6 days, I don't know. But you know me, Mexican Hasselhoff. I am not the type of trader that wants to be trading on the daily, man. I don't belong on the daily. I belong on the 5 minute, 1 second, you know, just kidding. But I belong in the small time frames, and I like to make many trades. And so for me to get trapped in a position for that long, it was very uncomfortable for me for a very long time. So I exited, got my money off the exchange since it's KYCing anyways, and I wasn't in any rush to jump into another position because A, I don't have any signals, and B, I'll take that breath of fresh air, you know? So the reason I talk about this stuff for anyone that's listening who's new, and the reason why I'm bringing that up and all those specifics are because self-analysis is the most important analysis you can ever do. And if I don't analyze myself and realize, damn, I was trapped underwater, that was stressful, I don't like it. All these negative things, man. Like, the last thing I should do after analyzing myself to that extent is run into another position. That's unwise. That's how people lose money. Yep. Alright. So, Mexican Hasselhoff, it's just me and you, man. What else you got for me? Yo, Phil C, what's up? Tone said yesterday he believes Gensler will not approve the spot ETF because that would pave the way for shitcoin spot ETFs such as ETH. You feel the same way? No, because I don't believe elected officials make any decisions. Really, I think they do what they're told. And if BlackRock says, you know, do it, then he's gonna do it. I don't really care what politicians say. The only thing I care enough about, like, what politicians say is to the extent that I want to know how they're trying to manipulate people. So politicians are all pieces of shit. We all know this. They're all bought and paid for by corporations and families and so forth. And I don't think anything that these politicians do is going to be in the best interest of anyone other than themselves and the people who are paying for them to make the decisions. I don't think they care about shit coins. In fact, I don't think they care if there's a Dogecoin ETF. They probably couldn't give a shit either way. Half of them probably don't even know how to spell fucking cryptocurrency. So I don't think they care. I don't think they're doing anything to protect the American people or this or that. I think everything that's happening is to manipulate, like on that level. Once it slides onto someone's desk, it's there to fuel the agenda of someone else. And obviously, there's tons and tons of money that can be made in crypto, and as well as the threat of Bitcoin being something to the extent of a world reserve currency. Yeah, so the only stuff that I would see about Bitcoin that would really have me looking up with two eyes is what are they going to do about the threat of Bitcoin being used widely by anonymous participants? That's probably the biggest threat, and I'm surprised that they even want to entertain certain things like a Bitcoin ETF. That's what surprises me more than anything. The fact that they're willing to entertain it, because it potentially, the more Bitcoin does well and gets into the hearts and minds of the people, the more people will realize what it actually is. So I think the ETF will happen if BlackRock chooses. I don't think any or maybe some other big people choose. But I don't think anyone else has a say in the matter, especially not a politician. Politicians are just, look, they're barely above us. In the eyes of someone like the Orsini family and their descendants like the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and so forth, I'm pretty sure politicians are on the same level as us. We are probably cockroaches, and they are probably like lapdogs. Give them a little bit of something, give them some insider trades, give them some power in exchange for their soul. They sacrifice their soul, and they hurt their fellow man. They do terrible things and make terrible decisions to benefit themselves, and then they get a little bit of money in return. They get a good life, big house, and that's how it goes. They probably gotta do some sacrifices, some dark stuff in order to get that. Yeah, we are nothing but eaters. Yeah, I mean, that's what we are to people like them. And then to people like those, top families of the world, I mean, yeah, we're just absolute trash. We're just absolute trash. And politicians aren't much higher than that. Politicians just are trash that do what they're told. So, yeah, um, it's an unfortunate reality we live in. It would be nice if there was such a thing as an oligarch that cared for his constituents. I think there was a lot more of a symbiotic relationship when it came to hierarchical measures 500, 1,000 years ago. A king built a castle, had a big stronghold and a big place that could be well defended, made of stone and castle walls and all that, right? And he needed farmers, so he had farmers farming the land outside and hunters hunting the game, and he had blacksmiths employed within the castle walls, and shops and economy and commerce. And there was a much more symbiotic relationship, I think, between a hierarch and his subjects once upon a time. And now today, everything's pretty much based on slavery. A lot of people don't realize this, but I think there's something like 4 billion slaves on planet Earth or something like that. We kind of have it lucky here in the States, and maybe any of you in a first world country, but Little do you know that the iPhone that you're using and the Android you're using, whatever, and the Tesla you're driving to make your life better, all the minerals being mined in order to create that that item are coming from hand labor Africans using, rusty hammers and bare hands, and you got pregnant women up in there, you got kids up in there, and you got landslides all the time, caving people in. There's it's slavery, man. Half the globe is slavery, is in slavery. So yeah, this world is taking a turn for the worse, I think it's going to continue to. And then there's going to be a boiling point. I don't know if it's going to be revolt or if it's going to be the second coming of Jesus Christ. But there's definitely something coming up. And I'm actually more inclined to think that the second coming of Jesus Christ is more likely to be their demise than a revolt. Because if you read the book of Revelation, you'll see a lot of real end timey shit is going on right now. Some very just obvious direct parallels from the book of Revelation to what we have now. The drying of the Euphrates River, uh, particularly the spawning of new rivers, stuff like that. Um, yeah, I would bet on the rapture. I would bet on Jesus Christ on this one, man. But hey, if Jesus wants to, if he's not going to come before things get too much worse, I hope that people are getting ready to put on a bulletproof vest and, march the streets with their beautiful rifles and their sidearms and, get ready for something real. This is a dark world we live in, and we've let the evildoers do too much. I think a lot of people don't want to let that happen again, and the last 3 years have been particularly terrible. There's still a lot of people who are asleep, and that's very unfortunate. A lot of people that are still going to do exactly as they're told. I still see people, you know, shit masking up, and we see that on Twitter. See pictures of people. We see them in real life. People that'll wear a mask. We'll see New York City. We'll see all this transgender agenda stuff going on. California passing a bill that says if a parent doesn't affirm the gender of a minor, their own child, that's considered child neglect, and the child can be taken from the custody of the parents. So you have basically legal pedophiles. California's been the spearheading area of making pedophiles feel safe. You have groomers and pedophiles in classrooms convincing kids they're abominations for 8 hours a day. Kids come home, they're surrounded by a bunch of other kids who, an echo chamber, right? There's always going to be a couple louder kids and less loud, but you got kids surrounded by people not their parents, people who definitely don't love them more than everything, and most importantly, people with a very specific agenda, which is to infect their mind. And then they end up fucked for life, man. I don't know. There's just so much stuff going on right now. I really hope that the world is ready to take responsibility into their own hands and accept the fact that no one who claims to be of service to you is truly of service to you, especially if they're getting paid a lot of money to do it. The only way that they're getting paid a lot of money is probably to say and lie that they're a servant of yours, and take the money, lie without consequence, do it for a few years, then disappear. Look at Zelensky, that's a prime example. Look how many billions of dollars they've got. And look at the look on his face, I bet you anything that dude probably isn't going to make it very long. He's just a tool. I'm sure he's realized that by now. He's just a little instrument. And we can print dollars, and we can give you our little dollars, and you can be our little puppet. Yeah, just very interesting. Very interesting world. So, yeah. This is kind of slow, man. I'm gonna drop the time frame. Let's do it seconds. Yeah, Phil C. I think so too, man. He's done a lot of bad things. He's done a lot of bad things, man. To his people, most importantly, his own fellow man. And I think it's a pretty unfortunate thing to do. You know, we're all gonna die. Every single one of us. There is no chance that we will all of a sudden live a human life forever. And I think it's so crazy when you look at the big picture and realize we're just a little blip in history. And to think that some people are willing to do the things that they're doing all for some money or fame or whatever. You know, like, dude, the Bible's pretty legit. Just read a little bit of it. You'll probably find that it's a pretty decent and accurate text in terms of what's transpired over the course of the past few thousand years. And to think that people would be willing to become just really evil, or to think that people would be willing to take money, which is worthless in the afterlife. Everything that you have on your person right now is absolutely worthless to you in the afterlife. You know, you could be wearing your favorite hoodie when you get hit by a car. It's not like you're bringing that with you. That's all physical matter. Your spiritual matter is a totally separate thing. And to sacrifice your honor and the potential for a good afterlife for some comforts that may last weeks, months, or years is just crazy. It's crazy how easily we can get influenced by stuff like that. And that's everyone. That's not just the top people, but did you see the Mexican aliens? Yes. And I do believe that that's going to be the next thing that tries to bring fear into the public. Look, I 100% think aliens are real. I think that you can basically just switch out alien with angel, and that probably accommodates for a lot of the skepticism, you know, as to what they are and stuff like that. I um I do think they're real. I think if you look through history, there's also been tons and tons and tons of people that have cultures and ancient civilizations that have documented the alien phenomenon. The Anunnaki of Sumerian texts, the Egyptians depicted flying saucers. No one knows how the pyramids were built, and they weren't chambers for dead kings. Haha, nice one, LT. Probably. Probably according to the laws of man, but I'm sure a far superior intelligence has very little respect for the laws of man. But yeah, I mean, aliens have been around a long time, man. There's a lot of different cultures with a lot of supernatural things going on involving aliens. Even in modern times, yeah, there's been missiles that have been launched and a UFO flying right over it, and all of a sudden the missile shut off and it falls straight into the ocean. You know, there's tons and tons of proof that aliens are real. And you know, to me, does that change anything about the Bible and Jesus Christ? No, not at all. Um, I think there's probably different stuff going on and more than we can know or imagine right now, but I do think that whatever happens next is going to probably have something to do with Project Bluebeam and probably going to have something to do with angels or aliens, one, you know, one or the other. And they've been prepping that for a long time. Now, if you guys, there's a lot of movies that end, like there's a ton of end of the world movies that the world ends on September 23rd. It's on like Deep Impact and This Is the End and even like Little Shop of Horrors. It had the thing happen on the 23rd of September. And I mean, comet hits the Earth on September 23rd in this movie and that TV show and this thing and that thing. September 23rd continuously gets used as the day in the movie Knowing by Nicolas Cage. It's the solar flare. So the September 23rd is repeatedly used as the day for some sort of cataclysmic event. And we're 9 days out, so I'm a little curious. I'm a little curious. Um, something could happen very soon for all we know. Far too many stars or planets in the universe for there to be absolutely no life out there. Yeah. I mean, even from a basic perspective, that observation has to be respected. Has to be. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Even if you know, even if I didn't believe in anything, I could at least believe that there's just way too much out there. And, we don't even know what's out there, We don't even know. Isn't NASA like Hebrew for deceit? To deceive? To delude, beguile, deceive. I don't believe in the flat earth, by the way. I don't. I do not. So, I don't even know what to believe, though, is the point. Don't know what to believe, man. You guys, yeah, it's just wild, you guys. We're living in a weird simulation, man. We're living in a very weird simulation. Don't know what to believe, don't know what to trust. The moon landing, there's no way that was real. Looking back on it now with all the information we have. And then India just claims that they fucking landed on the moon, and it looks like an episode of South Park. Kind of funny. Um, yeah, so I man, I don't know what to tell you guys. I do think Project Bluebeam is real. I think direct energy weapons are real. I think Hawaii just kind of proved that one. Um, lasers in the sky, Project Bluebeam, all that stuff, HARP, all that stuff is real. I think what happens could happen pretty soon and it could be reality shattering. You guys seen the Mandela effect? Do you guys know what the Mandela effect is? So it started off when it was named by paranormal researcher Fiona Broom, who wrongly recalled that the late South African president Nelson Mandela had died in the 1980s after imprisonment, when in fact he passed in 2013. Apparently, but this is the interesting thing, everyone, a ton of people, believed that he had died in prison. So there was basically a mass memory situation here. And there's a number of things. Let's see here. Dying in prison, but his death isn't. We've been wrong. All right. So yeah, not Jiff, not Jiffy. I don't know. I don't know which one. I'm just gonna go down the list and let's see. Damn, LT, that's fucking crazy. That's kind of tight, man. I'm interested. I kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of skeptical on this one. I don't really, I kind of remember Jiffy, but, I don't know. I haven't eaten peanut butter in a long time. Interesting. Yeah, this is what I remember. Here, I'm gonna go down. Tell me what you guys remember, because I don't want to be the only fucking crazy person here. I always thought it was Looney Tunes. This looks completely unnatural to me. Pikachu having a, black tip on his tail. Berenstein Bears. I don't really know this one. I kind of recall these figures, but I don't remember reading any of the books. I don't recall this at all, even though I had a Curious George book. Hey, can you guys hear me over here? Can you still hear me? It's being disconnected for a little bit. 100%. This is a perfect example of the Mandela effect. Febreze definitely had 2 E's. Nice. You got the evidence, LT. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, dude, that shit kind of trips me out. Yeah, Oscar Mayer. Not this. Is any of these sticking out to you guys? The Monopoly guy with his monocle. 100%, dude. The Monopoly dude had a monocle. Pikachu with the black tip, man. 100%. I don't, no opinion on this one. Oh, 100%, dude. I had Fruit of the Loom underwear. 100%. This is what I saw every time. Don't know about that one. Not sure about that. So, what? I don't think he's ever had any silver. The Flintstones. No, I think it was this one. My whole existence. Oh yeah, listen, Luke, I am your father. Apparently, that was never the line. Yeah, man. I think our reality's been messed with, man. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Magic mirror on the wall. Don't know what to say about that. Oh yeah, the Tom Cruise sunglasses. 100% had sunglasses. Yeah. Hey Joe, have you seen that guy uses an old phone camera to uncover the Mandela effect? You can find it on YouTube. You know, I probably saw a video of that, of a guy doing that, but I don't know how credible that is. What do you think? He's kind of using an old phone, right? And yo, Juan, it's great to see you, brother. Always. Hope all is well. Sinbad never played Genie. I thought there was a movie with him in it, but I can't remember. That was really young. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these are probably a little bit worthless, but like Luke, I am your father. Crazy to think that that's not what happened. I feel like that's what happened, man. That's like what we all grew up knowing. Have you seen the videos of D wave explaining that D wave is to potential? I have no idea what D wave is. Never heard of it. Never even heard of it. Um, oh, the processor used for CERN. You know, it's interesting you bring that one up, LT, because that's a lot of people think that's what caused the Mandela effect. So, I have seen some videos of the Mandela of CERN and how it, created something. What was it called? When they splattered protons against each other. I can't remember. I've seen a little bit on CERN, but a lot of people think that when it booted up for its first the Hadron Super Collider, that they believe that that's potentially what caused this rift in space-time, or whatever you want to call it, at their attempt at creating the God particle. Very interesting stuff. Not sure 100%, one way or another, but I could tell you, man, my Fruit of the Loom underwear had the little brown basket behind it. To think that it never existed is crazy. Man, I'm full right now. Think I might drink a beer though. I might wrap it up, guys, and just chill. Should I drink a beer with you guys, or we all just ready to wrap it up? Interesting. The guy explains that his processor can be used to grab things Out of parallel universes, CERN has one, Berkeley, Google have one. Yeah, the Google logo is a 666. CERN, very, very bad place over there too in Switzerland. I don't think so, man. I don't believe in coincidences. We're analysts, man. Our business is not to believe in coincidences. You know what? I'm gonna grab my beer, and if we have more to talk about, good. If not, I'll drink my beer and I will chill. Poke BTC with a stick. Well, I wish there was something to poke. Yep. Yeah, it's boring as hell. I'm gonna turn on the camera even though my house is a little messy. Let me see if I can learn how to do this stuff seamlessly. Alright. I just turned it on. Now, where is my bottle opener? Oh, nail clippers it is. What's up? How's it going, Juan? And came late to the party. Did I change anything? Yeah, but this isn't like a permanent change or anything like that. I'm just putting up some noise so I can see what exactly is going on in the vicinity. Cheers, people. You know what? Maybe I can move the camera all the way over here. Nice. See how that looks? A nice, delicious Wisconsin beer. Don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Spotted Cow. This one's pretty decent, man. But yeah, Juan just wanted to add some noise. Add a little bit more noise. See what the heck is going on. Just make it easier to try to make a decision, but we're just sitting in outer space right now. I wonder if I can make my background something else. I wonder if I can make my background the chart. Noise and video filters, no. And effects. Image mask blend. Let's try this. Okay, I don't think that did a damn thing. Didn't do shit. Yeah, no trade zone for me as well. No trade zone here. Yep, my house is pretty messy right now. But let's see. I really want to see if I can make it so that like I just blend in with the background. I don't know. Seems a little complicated for now. Can't figure it out. I still gotta shave and everything. I'm gonna go out and play some pool in a bit. Anything else anyone really want to throw at me here? Let's see here. Video capture device. What are you even doing up here? I've had these headphones on for a heck of a long time. Yeah, no trade zone. Chillin'. We do see a dual band confluence now, a not so dual band confluence. It looks like perps are going short. Both death crosses we've had of the short and intermediate and then short and long-term moving averages resulted in a red candle. If we get an intermediate long-term death cross, I think it's going to result in a red candle. How bad can it be? I'm not so sure yet. I'm just not sure. But I do think it'll be a red candle. We've gotten 2 out of 2 so far, so I mean, I'm going to go with the numbers on this one. But perps are getting bearish up here, which is interesting to me. Let's see what we got over here. Um, yeah, interesting. We got some support. It's gone. Oh yeah, that's probably why. Probably because most perp markets don't have information beyond that. Interesting. Yeah, it's still tough. I'm going to go back to danger. See what my old work was like. SAS 3, what do we got here? Yeah, pretty good stuff. Bid dominance, you can see there. Or I'm sorry, ass dominance. Yeah, that was wild. SAS 1.0, what do you look like? SAS 1.0. The good old days. This is a long time ago. Um, I still didn't see that huge buy wall at 12K in the order book. I think market makers are aiming for that price. Well, I don't think so. I don't think so personally. I think that's their I don't know. That could just be a little fashion trend, you know. One order was there, another one put an order there. Market makers, I don't know what their incentive is to get it down that far. And how do you get it down that far without losing too much money on the way or losing too much Bitcoin on the way? I see that wall that you're talking about. I acknowledge it, but I don't think it's there for any reason in particular. 4,000 Bitcoin stacked at one aggregation. I think that's, if anything, I thought that's where we were headed in the bear market, and I don't think we're in a bear market anymore. Very interesting though. That'd be scary. Just a guess, perhaps BlackRock trying to dominate the market. Nah, I think this is something else. I think it's just been there for so long. This has been there ever since I can remember. I don't know what it is, but you know, I don't know. Maybe every time CZ gets a paycheck, he puts a little bit more money into this buy wall. Puts a little bit of money in a limit order to buy. I honestly don't know what this is. It makes no sense. Yep. And I'm getting tired, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Yo, Juan, thanks for coming in, saying what's up, LT, everyone else up there, Mexican Hasselhoff, Phil, a lot of you guys up there. Much love to you all. I'm gonna wrap it up over here, and I'll be catching you all on the next one. But at least I got OBS running, so we'll do another one soon. Much love, everyone. All right, peace.